Hey everyone, Usman here. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Welcome back to another video. I am going to be doing my trailer review and reaction of Marvel Studios' Moon Knight. That just came out, I think, the trailer for it. Don't forget to like and subscribe, as well as, leave a comment letting me know about everything that you thought about the trailer. Do you know anything about Moon Knight? Do you not know anything about Moon Knight? Anything like that, let me know down below. This goes to any of the new subscribers or anybody else. My thoughts on the trailer are that it was awesome. It was a great trailer. Yeah, it had implemented the music, I think, from was it Kid Cudi or something, which I think is a very, very old song. And I heard the song before and I thought it was pretty cool. But yeah, integrating it and interweaving it into the trailer I thought was cool, and they had a little twist on it. And it was the show is called Moon Knight. It's it has to be about that sort of thing. Again, I think Oscar Isaac, I think he'll, judging by what we've seen from the trailer and even little bits and pieces here and there, I think he's doing pretty well as the character of Moon Knight, playing Mark Spector and even Stephen Grant. The character of Moon Knight has multiple personalities. The main guy is Mark Spector, he's a mercenary. Stephen Grant, Jacob Lockley, all those kinds of things. And I think other personalities in the comics as well. So just seeing, just Oscar Isaac pulling that off was pretty cool, even just great, because I think this might seem like some sort of acting challenge a little bit to him. So that's actually really cool to see. I just thought that was cool, and yeah, the music, Ethan Hawke, he seems like he's going to be an intimidating sort of character, villain type of thing in the show. I mean, I don't really know. I think I heard he was a character that is someone who's very much not really well known in the comics. He's a very obscure Moon Knight villain who appeared in one issue a long time ago that people barely even know about. So we'll see what they do with that. I think he might be a reimagining of multiple Moon Knight characters or villains or something. So you never know. Yeah, just the costume itself. I think the costume actually looks really cool. Yeah, very Egyptian. Taking the Egyptian sort of part of it all, with the, I guess, mummy wraps and stuff like that, and intertwining that and the glowing white eyes just to show off that whole thing. I always thought his costume was cool in the comics, but I think, yeah, it looks even better the way that they did it. Of course, they incorporated some CGI, but I think they'll probably find a way to sort of make it seem a little bit more natural, I guess, when the series comes out, and more good. So, yeah, that's what I would say about that. A lot of people thought that the trailer was really, or dark or something, but or it was creepy, and it was ooh, but I wasn't really freaked out, really. It was I think people are making a little bit too much of a big deal out of that. I just think it looked cool. I do like those kind of elements to it, but it didn't scare me or anything. It just seems like something interesting and darker that Marvel is taking on. And, a lot of the criticisms for their universe is that it's too dark or something. I mean, not too dark. It's too lighthearted, too, comedic. But maybe Moon Knight will be able to shift that sort of, that tone or something and make it something that's, we haven't really seen as much from the MCU. I mean, they've done darker stuff, I guess, but even then, Moon Knight might be that. Who knows? So we'll see. Those are my thoughts on that. Great trailer. Can't wait to see it. It comes out March 30th. Can't wait till March 30th. It's going to be great to see the show. 6 episodes weekly. I'm going to binge it. Give you my thoughts each week. Let's go from there. Okay, so for this trailer breakdown, I'm not going to go shot by shot. I'm just mainly going to go around to, I don't know, I guess some frames or so that, stuck out to me. So that's my plan. Give you some backstory or something about the character, or some things that I might know about the character. I'm not oh my god, oh my gosh, I know so much about Moon Knight, but I do know a decent amount, judging by stuff I've looked up on Wikipedia, or some comics that I read, or even just some of the videos or something I've seen in the past where people have mentioned about Moon Knight. He's oh, he's so cool and blah, 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 blah. So that's what I'm going to talk about, and let's get started. So right here we have the character of Mark Spector, or Stephen Grant. I think that's what he starts off in the series. He's lying down in bed. His door is locked, trying to lock it and everything like that. He's playing with a Rubik's Cube and everything, going crazy, probably, through all, I guess, through one of his personalities or something. And this is him. He's trying to get out of his bed, or he's just scared or something like that, or something from waking up, and then all of a sudden, he has himself restrained to the bed, and he just falls over. He's ah! He doesn't know what's going on. And the Marvel Studios logo, it's all white. This is him, background of him. I think, yeah, he's going to work. I read a synopsis of this of, he's Stephen Grant, who is one of his personalities, not the main personality, not actually him, but one of his personalities was Stephen Grant. In the comics, he's more of a millionaire, so he's kind of like Bruce Wayne in a way. And he's rich, and he has all the gadgets and stuff like that and everything. But in the series, I think they're making him into a gift shop employee, which is a deviation. But I think I think the reason why they're doing that is because they wanted him to sort of deviate from the whole Bruce Wayne Batman comparison, because the character gets a lot of comparisons to Batman. So that's kind of why that's sort of the case with this. I mentioned before something about oh, he has a British accent. Why does he have that? I think he has a British accent because I think that's one of his personalities. And otherwise, after that, he just has an American accent when he changes over to Mark. So it's that's kind of what I think is the case. But yeah, this is him going to work. I think he works at like a museum. Yeah, he's running for the bus. Yeah, he's on the museum or something. Ancient Egyptian sort of like it's the character's sort of inspired by like Egyptian iconography or mythology or something. So yeah, and this is him again. This is Stephen Grant talking to one of his I think his boss or something, and she says that he's useless. And he's like, "My name's Stephen." Yeah, and this is like this is like a gift shop or something that I guess he's a part of, and he works there, and yeah. And this is him walking into some random room, I think in the somewhere down in the museum, I think, an office. And this is him in the dark and with the light off. Well, Moon Knight was in the frame. I guess I just missed it. But yeah, Moon Knight was in the frame. You saw him in the costume. This is Steven, and I think these are his two other personalities. You could see through the reflection, the glass casing of the artifacts and everything. So it showcases other personalities and how unhinged and everything he is. He has a dissociative identity disorder. Honestly, I'm not like a medical professional or anything like that. I'm not like super knowledgeable about all these sort of different terms and everything like that, or medical terms or anything like that. Just judging by half the things I read about the character and even just little things I've read on the internet. That's kind of basically my that's like my base knowledge of half of these things anyway. So that's what I would say about that. It's an old flip phone. And so he's talking to somebody. I think it's probably Marlene or something, who's like I think his love interest or his girlfriend in the comic books. But I think they changed the character's name, so it's probably somebody else. And she's like, "Where are you, Mark?" And he's like, "Why'd you call me Mark?" So he's a little bit like confused himself. And this is Ethan Hawke. He's one of the characters he might be a villain or maybe even supporting character, maybe even probably a villain in the show. It looks like he's a cult leader, and everybody's like following him, and they're all bowing before him. And this is Mark amongst all of these other people who are part of the cult, and he's still trying to understand who he is and what it's about, and even how lost he is. And then it's him seeing another personality, and he's like, "Shut up, leave me alone." And then it's Ethan Hawke again, and he's like, "There's chaos in you." And this is a shot where he's like losing his mind. He might be like in a mental institution or something like that, or asylum, where he's just losing his mind with one of his personalities. He can't. That's like the main core of Moon Knight. It's like obviously all the cool. It's like he has all the costume stuff and everything like that, but it's like that's kind of the main part of him. And I think Oscar Isaac can, just judging by his performance, I think he can really deliver with that. I think everybody's been basically giving him compliments on it anyway. So, but it's pretty cool. And it's him. Probably it might be the origin or something when he gets resurrected. Because he dies and gets resurrected again. So that's how it is in the universe. Then it's him becoming, I guess, Moon Knight. Then that's part of him in the costume. And then that's the full like costume. And it looks great. This was actually, I think, leaked a year ago, this costume. But it looks really, really cool. So yeah, I love it. And then here's the half moon or whatever. And him jumping across the rooftops. Again, the show looks amazing. Cannot wait to see it. It might be probably my favorite Disney Plus show. That's what everybody's been saying, even if they don't really know about Moon Knight. But judging by what we've seen, it looks pretty awesome. Those are my thoughts. Can't wait for the show. It's going to be great. As always, don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.